Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our MobileNAV webinar webcast. Luckily we see a really great interest. So we're plenty of us in this meeting. So I won't waste your time anymore. We will start the meeting immediately, and let's jump into the presentation. For those who don't know us, I'm Sándor Brecsok, the partner manager of MobileNAV, and Tibor Major is next to me, who is the business unit director of our innovative solutions business unit. He's the mother and father of MobileNAV, as you probably know. And actually at this point, I would like to ask you to raise your hands if the sound and video quality is okay. Oh yes, vast majority. Actually, almost everybody raised their hands. So thank you so much. And yeah, let's start the presentation. This will be the agenda for today. First, we'll talk about the 4.6 release, which is our latest release. This is a major one actually. So we created really big things in this release. And the next step is we will talk about our plans. We will focus on WMS next time, and we'll talk about the next webinar because before the future plans we have a completely new add-on called ServOcean. So, but the main goal for today is to talk about the MobileNAV 4.6 release. So let's see what is in the release actually. So you probably already know that next to each and every release we have a beta program. So I would like to thank you for those who joined the beta program of the 4.6. This beta program is continuous, of course, and we will release this 4.6 version at the end of this month, actually, the beginning of next month. We will talk about the new design. We have a new design that helps understanding and it's ease the usage of MobileNAV, we believe. And next to the design, we improved some of the features as well. You can change all of the buttons, for example. We have a background synchronization, which is the biggest bang for this release actually. So you don't have to hit the synchronization button anymore. And this is the part of a roadmap actually. So we will eliminate the difference between the online and the offline during our development. So the future releases will eliminate the login online, login offline. As the first step, we have full background synchronization in this release. I think it's a really big thing. So an offline database acts like an online one. It's synchronizing all the time very effectively. We created login improvements. So during the day when you logging in again, you don't have to wait for minutes. You can decide which things should be synchronized during the login. And yeah, we have a faster MobileNAV onboarding, and we did really great developments for base configuration actually. Those things helps you to shrink the time required for a MobileNAV implementation, and in that way we would like to help you to give more efficient quotes actually. Okay, so and lastly, but equally importantly, we have a customer portal, which is a completely new feature that allows you to display any MobileNAV or any NAV data as a normal customer portal works, and this is a totally configurable customer portal, and we have a unique way to do that actually. The customer portal is actually a new type of MobileNAV configuration. So you already know how to create a customer portal using MobileNAV tools, and I think it's a really good idea. So we are using the same technology to create the configuration for a customer portal. It's a technology that you already know. And that was my part actually, so I will give the word to Tibor, and he will show you all of the features and all of the points here in detail.
Okay, thank you, Shandor. Good morning, everyone. So, as Shandor already mentioned, we have introduced this beta program together with 4.6. So, beginning of December, we have announced this beta program, which you had to, of course, apply for that. Just simply raise your hand, and then we have sent you a template email with all the links. Basically, the links contain the all-in-one Hyper-V image, which contained an NAV pre-installed with SQL Server, of course. The NAV version was 2016 there. The MobileNAV was also installed there completely with the base configuration of 4.6. And as part of the Hyper-V image, we have also included the ServeOcean product, what Shandor also mentioned. So basically, with this all-in-one Hyper-V image, you could try out all the new features what we were all about to release with this new version. Some of the features were not available at that time, but well, that's about beta. So the beta was about to pre-share our achievements already, and then yeah, keep your interest. And we will continue to use this Hyper-V image because I think this is the most efficient way to send you the latest available releases. If you just want to just quickly set it up and take a look, then I think that's the most efficient way of doing that. Of course, we will also publish all the release packages as usual, so that's not gonna change. But as a new option, we will introduce this Hyper-V image as a downloadable material as well. New design. Shandor already mentioned that. As part of the design, of course, we have a new website. MobileNAV.com has totally changed with its logo and its colors, schemes, whatever. I can also show it very quickly to you. I hope have it somewhere, but I don't. Sorry, then I quickly just open it up for you. And of course, we try to keep all the previous website materials, like all the partner materials, all the handouts, brochures, whatever. Everything you can find it here. But for example, if you go to the overview section in the about menu, there you can find all the platforms, all the benefits, etc. And from there you can have the direct link, for example, for the Android APK, because that is a quite common question for all the partners. If they don't have a Play Store, then how they can download the APK. And we are also planning to publish the Windows 8 and 10 version like that as an additional option, and the Windows CE and Windows Mobile is also there. So basically, this is our new website. You can visit it and take a look if you like. Okay. As part of the new design, we have also introduced a new logo and new colors, and that also can be found within the application as well. And that could not come without a new feature, actually, which is the configurable application icons. So in the previous version of MobileNAV, all the built-in icons, like to add a new record or refresh the list, etc., those buttons were hard-coded within the application, and you could not change it. You could change the application logo and color with the previous release already, but these hard-coded icons were basically static. You could not change that, but now with 4.6 you can also change them. And yeah, you may ask us, what is this I don't know, mountains or whatever in our logo. We don't want to confuse you. This is something like an M and an M, like, which stands for MobileNAV. So don't worry, we are not I don't know just failed with handwriting or something like that. So that's an M and an N in our logo. And this is how the new design looks like. This is a Windows 8 version. So as you can see, our colorful logos are now gone. So now basically we have a much simpler design with less colors and schematic icons, and we try to follow this simplified look and feel of the application. Okay, the biggest feature, what Chandra already mentioned, is the background synchronization. The background synchronization is basically running in the background, not surprisingly, and you can configure how in the frequency, so how many minutes should it run. The less minutes is 1 minute, so you cannot configure less than 1 minute, of course, but in every minute, or by default it's 5 minutes, but you can configure and set this up. By default, the background synchronization will be turned off because of backward compatibility. So if you just or your customers will upgrade to 4.6, then the background synchronization will be turned off. But when the first time they go to the synchronization panel of MobileNAV, they will receive a notification message that there is a new feature, background synchronization, and do they want to turn that on. So in that way, you can very smoothly guide your customers to this very cool feature. And basically, background synchronization uploads all the pending offline modifications, so try to synchronize with the NAV server. And if there is a synchronization problem and the offline administration, which is a 4.5 feature, that offline administration is turned on, then the failed changelogs, which could not make it to the NAV, will be uploaded to this offline administration in the background as well. And as a very cool new improvement, it will download the fresh offline data. You may remember that with the previous releases, when a synchronization error occurred, then you could not refresh the offline data until you resolve that error. Now that this restriction is gone. So basically you can get fresh data even if you have upload or synchronization problem in the system. We have also introduced status icons, of course, because this runs in the background, but the user might want to see the status. So you will see it in the live demo shortly that there is a small icon on the top left corner on the MobileNAV icon actually. So the user will see when the synchronization starts, so when it is in progress, and if there is an error, then he will see an error message then after the background synchronization has run. So the user will be notified that there is a problem with his offline modifications, and either he or the offline admin should resolve it. And yeah, of course, the goal of background synchronization was that the user can work and continue his work during the synchronization as well. So basically, with this feature, the user should just simply use the system in offline mode, and in the background, the system will periodically synchronize with the server, uploads the changes, and downloads the fresh data. So let's quickly see a quick live demonstration of this cool new feature. I will switch to my Windows 8 client here. I'm already logged in as in offline mode. So if I now go to the synchronization panel, that's still in place. So the user can still use this synchronization panel to check the result. But what I will do now is that very quickly close this synchronization panel. I go to a certain customer like Canon Group PLC, for example. I go to its documents, orders, and create a new sales order. I quickly add a new line to that. This is standard offline behavior, so I quickly add the at-in desk as usual, and I change the quantity to 3. So now I quickly created a sales order in offline mode. I can close this screen. I can go wherever I want from here. I made my changes, and now my system is set up to run the background synchronization hopefully every 1 minute. But let me quickly check that as well. Yes, it is set up like that. So hopefully after a minute or something like that, you will see a small icon on the MobileNAV logo area. Now you can see it. So it's now doing the synchronization. It's in progress now. So now that this is the point when the synchronization happens, and now it's disappeared, which means that there is no problem. My modification has been uploaded to a server. I can go back to the synchronization pane, and if I turn on the pending only, then I can see that all of my changes has successfully uploaded to the server. So if I click to my demo environment quickly, I can also show that this new order has been made it to the system. So if I go to the sales orders, I can go to this last order here, which was this 4 in the end, Canon Group PLC, and the items are there with quantity 3. Okay, let's quickly do a second demo, which basically shows you how to identify the erroneous operation. So if I go back to my customer list and I quickly change the blocked status of, for example, of device shop. So I set it to blocked all. I close this one here. And if I go back to MobileNAV and I select this user here and create a sales order for the device group. I can also add lines, of course, with item, doesn't matter, quantity 1. So now the system won't be able to upload this change, obviously, because this customer has been blocked in NAV while we were in offline mode. So now my expectation is that yes, I will see the in progress icon, but in the end I'm also expecting an error indication that something happened and I need to do something. So let's wait until the synchronization hit in. Okay, hopefully it will hit in soon. Yeah, our developers actually are really aiming for less than 1 minute synchronization frequency because they need to wait for it for a while. But now you can see it's in progress, so it is doing the synchronization, and now you can see the error. So there is an error now, and this error won't disappear. So this will be there until you resolve your synchronization problem. And I'm also, I can go to the synchronization as well, of course, and then I receive my error message, and you cannot create this type of document with one customer, this and that with type O. So this is the standard NAV error, what we got used to, and here you can also see that the error is there, and the rest is not synchronized, of course, because the synchronization has to be in the precise order. But I'm also having offline administration enabled, so I can also switch to my NAV environment here, and I can show you our offline admin features, which is not a new feature. It was present in the previous release as well. But now, if the offline administrator goes to the offline cockpit, then he can see that this demo EN user is having some problems with the synchronization. I can open that up. I can see all of their offline modifications. I can see that he's creating a new sales order, and he had some problems with that. And now I can see that, okay, this customer must be blocked. So if I now go to the sales and marketing and customers, and I unblock this customer, okay, and I go back to MobileNAV, lists, offline admin, and I just start the synchronization. Now it's ready. So when you do the synchronization from the upload from the offline cockpit, of course, that is a very fast operation. And now if I go back to my list here, I close the synchronization panel. So now when I close the synchronization panel, the background synchronization will start again. If you keep the synchronization panel open, that during that time the background synchronization is not running. So because there you can start it manually if you want. So if you want, you can also do it manually, but while it is open, it's not running, but when you close it, then it's restarted. So now I can also expect as an offline user that my offline administrator will care about my offline changes. So I simply don't care about this error. I can open up the customers, create new orders, whatever, and or after some time it will start the synchronization again. Then it will detect that my changes has been synchronized with the NAV system, and then it will just simply redo the synchronization and refresh the data. So hopefully it will now it's doing the refresh, as you can see. And my expectation is that the error icon will gone now, because all of my synchronization problem has been resolved. And yes, that was the result. So my error icon has gone. Okay, I hope you liked this background synchronization demo. I think this is a really cool feature, so I really advise you to start and play around with that. But of course, this was not our only and one new feature, but obviously that was the biggest one. But we also made some login improvements. While we have done those, when you have background synchronization, you don't want to do full synchron, or you don't want to do full synchron each and every time during the day, because you just only want to update certain parts of the offline data, because for example, you are not interested on the new fault codes, or I don't know, the new payment methods, whatever, because that can wait until the next day or something like that. So during the day you want to have small and fast refreshes frequently, and that is why we have introduced a new offline data refresh or data calculation method, because with the current releases you can have a way when the client always checking and downloading the data. That's a simple offline page, or if you have much data on that page, then you can configure it for NAS. So, but this was the only two option for the MobileNAV solution. Now we have introduced this middle one here, which can also do the same like the NAS is doing. So it will only run periodically, so after a certain time, which you can set up in the MobileNAV configuration, and depending on that, the client will check and download that if that changes. So I'll just give you an example. If you configure all of your offline pages to be refreshed, I don't know, every morning, then the first login and first refresh of the client will, of course, check all those pages, but and then afterwards, then it won't change it anymore during that day, because you have set up, for example, for 24 hours that page, and then the client will just recalculate that once a day. And you of course you can keep the sales orders or the service tasks offline page to have always checked, because there you want to receive the fresh data always. Okay, so that was the login improvements, and as part of the login improvements, we have also improve the login progress window, because in some of the cases when you are doing the first download, you might already seen that, for example, the items are taking a while, and the user is only seeing that it's downloading the items but nothing else. Now with this new feature, you can also see how much records are there in each pages, so you have something like much more detailed information when you are downloading the data. So you can see that you are now downloading the first 100 records from out of 10,000 or something like that. Faster MobileNAV onboarding. Yeah, I think this is very important as well, because there are certain tasks or certain setup procedures which you had to execute when you implement MobileNAV for your customers. For that, we tried to identify all those common things what in each and every case happens with a MobileNAV implementation. And the first was the profile configurator, because yes, we have built-in profiles in the systems like sales, service, marketing, but some of the cases it's not completely fit the needs. So maybe they want a little bit more than the sales profile, or less, or with the service, etc. So there we will introduce a very cool new feature inside the add-on. With that you can quickly create a new profile, and immediately with a simple checkbox checking you can enable and include a certain offline page in the profile, and you can also assign a certain user to that profile quickly. So within a couple of seconds you can click all those pages which you want to see in that profile and all the users which you want to see in that profile, and I think this will also speed the MobileNAV first configuration a bit. Second thing is the field visible and editable. With the previous version you had to use the page object for that purpose, so the page field has to be set to visible or non-editable if you want to change these properties. Now we have also introduced the ability to change that inside the MobileNAV configuration with a button click. So that will also help you to very quickly just hide certain fields which you don't want to use, and for that purpose you don't need to open the development environment and change the field properties one by one, because it's a little bit time consuming. So if you want to hide certain fields or make certain fields non-editable, then you can very quickly do that as part of this first MobileNAV implementation step. Thirdly, we had always the very common question about barcoding. The base configuration with the previous version contained the possibility to scan the item number, which sometimes happens. That one of the free available barcoding types, but that not all. So we always had the question, okay, what should we do if we use a different field on the item card, or what should we do if we are using item cross references? Now the good news is that item cross reference is now part of the MobileNAV configuration. So if your customers are using item cross references, then you don't need to do basically anything. Just press the scan button and then it will work out of the box. If your users are still using item number as a barcode, then you just simply change the mobile type barcode to the item number on the item list and remove it from the item cross reference, and that's the only change what you need to do. So basically you are disabling the item cross references and enabling the item number, or if you have a special field on the item card, and just simply add that. So the goal was in this case to very quickly onboard with barcode scanning with the base configuration, and I think with introducing the item cross references in the base configuration we have achieved that. Okay, base configuration enhancements, you will see that later on, but we try to include all those configuration modules or areas which were very common as a requirement. So we have tried to improve that area as well, as you got already used to with the MobileNAV releases. And finally, with the faster MobileNAV onboarding, what we have also introduced is the field category. The field category will be a new field level setting. There are certain options for field category, like bin code, location code, variant code, serial number, lot number, etc. So we have introduced a couple of, we call them field categories, which is an option basically, and it is set across the configuration. So each and every cases where you find a bin code in the MobileNAV configuration, it is set with field category bin code. And the goal of this is that with a very cool feature in the general setup, you can very quickly turn on and off the different field categories. So with setting them visible on and off, you can very quickly hide if, for example, your user doesn't use variants, or if your user doesn't use bin codes, or your user doesn't use serial numbers, but only lot numbers, or not even that. So I think this is also a very good time-consuming feature of MobileNAV. So with that, you can very quickly set up the system for the most common situations. Okay, and I've also talked about MobileNAV base configuration enhancements. Yeah, first, the service task or the service area has been improved a little bit. The goal was there is that you may also know that we have a new product called ServOcean, which concentrates on the service area completely, and there we are trying to give added value to the NAV service module with many cool features. We will have a webinar about that. But as a result, we have also identified certain features which we could make it as part of the MobileNAV base configuration as well in the service area. So that improvement is that part. The item cross-reference I have already mentioned. That's now integral part of the configuration, so you can quickly start to use that when you install MobileNAV base configuration. Variants, yeah, some of the customers requested that. We had questions in the past, are we planning to add that? The reason we didn't want to add that is that, yeah, if we add that, then yeah, some of the customer or most of the customers should hide that afterwards. But with introducing this field category, what I have just previously mentioned, now the variants will be turned on by default, but by going to the general setup, you can very quickly hide all the variant fields in the configuration, so your users simply don't see it, but the variants are now also ready to go in the configuration. And posted document lines, yeah, we also had that question because we only had the posted document headers, and from there you can print out the PDF with the previous version. Now we have also introduced the posted document lines. That's just a small feature. Okay, and last but not least, as part of the MobileNAV add-on, we have introduced the customer portal. We basically had the idea is that within the MobileNAV configuration you can also already define a customized user interface for an offline or online client. And now we had the idea, okay, why not to create something like a portal, and that portal gets the NAV data and the configuration from MobileNAV or through MobileNAV inside the portal, and that portal could act like an offline MobileNAV client, because you don't want to put a high load on your NAV system, and obviously your portal has to be somehow detached from the NAV SQL server or the NAV service tier. So our portal is basically acts like an offline MobileNAV client. Since it's customizable through MobileNAV, it's fully customizable. So you can create pages, offline pages, just like you would do it for MobileNAV. And with a special profile, you can also separate from the MobileNAV users, MobileNAV device users. You can just simply create a different profile in the system, and that profile will be assigned to a portal user, and that portal user will used for the synchronization between the portal and the MobileNAV system. We have built this customer portal on .NET Nuke, which is an open source content management system, because there you can add chat module, I don't know, add many cool features which already pre-built. It also has a community there, so we just simply created a new module for the customer portal, which is able to connect to MobileNAV anywhere in the world. So you just simply enter the credentials just like you would do it for the MobileNAV client, and it will synchronize and download the configuration. So I think this customer portal is really cool, and with the help of the customer portal you can display NAV data for your customer's customer. So that's quite obvious. We primarily use it for the ServOcean customer portal, where the service technicians are able to see the service items, service cases, whatever. But let's very quickly see a demo about that. So I'm also having my portal in my environment. So I quickly log in because the portal timeouts after some time. And if you go to the login screen of the portal, then you can set this up as you want. So this is as I said, this is a content management system. So here you as an administrator or your customer IT administrator can set this up completely, because this is a content management system. So this is the welcome page. This is just I don't know, an example, and here you can log in. The logins, or we call it portal users or MobileNAV portal users, are coming from the NAV system. By default, we have created a report which runs on the contacts, and if you filter your contacts with a certain way, then it can grab the contacts from your NAV system, and those contacts will be added as portal users in the customer portal. If I log in with this user here, then obviously he will see a filtered data. So if he goes to, in this case, this is the ServOcean portal, ServOcean customer portal. So here the aim is the service module, of course. So if he goes to the My Service items, then he sees the filtered service items for him. He can open up its details, so check out the warranty date or the ship to location, whatever. He can go to the My Service cases, where he can check out the status of the service cases, go to the history where the archive service cases are, or he can also add additional data. So the customer portal is not just about viewing, he can also modify things. So let's quickly go to the new case, and if I'm pressing that, then I'm already having a case number. This is coming from the serial numbers or NO series, NO series of NAV, because in offline the MobileNAV client can handle the NO series. So that's no surprise. The portal can also do that. So everything what the MobileNAV client, or yeah, let's to be frankly, most of the things what the MobileNAV client can do, the portal can also do. So in this case, I'm already having a NO series from the NAV system. I can select my service item if I would have multiple ones. I can modify the description if I want to do it. You can set a customer symptom code like it's burning. He can enter some comments like burning. I can't write burning like a hell. He can attach pictures as well. Sorry, I don't prepare with any pictures right now, but now I can upload a picture at this very moment. And when he's ready, then he can press this send request button here. Then the system will execute it. And if I go to the My Service cases now, I see a new case immediately here. And after some time, when the background synchronization of the portal will run, because the portal is obviously using the background synchronization. After the background synchronization, this service task will be entered in the NAV system. The ID was S159. So if I go to the NAV system now, I hope the background synchronization already hit in. Yes, it hit in because I have the repair status code already. So if I go to the service orders, I need to find this very last 159 service order with the customer comment and everything else. So yeah, so this is about the customer portal. I hope you also like it. And as part of the MobileNAV, now you can also start to think about what you can use this very cool feature for. Yeah, I don't want to give you ideas, but we can talk. So okay, and yeah, next topic, plans for this year. Yeah, it's no surprise. We will continue. 4.7 will be the next release, and that release will focus on the warehouse improvements mainly. That will be that will be planned as a short release compared to our annual release, what you already got used to, because somewhere last year we had the 4.5 release. So compared to that, this will be a smaller release, but that will concentrate on the warehouse. So NFC, tag reading, smart scanning. Smart scanning meaning that if you have multiple fields on the card or on the list which can receive barcode scanning, then the system will be able to find out, okay, you have scanned a bin code, or you have scanned the location code, or you have scanned an item number or an item cross-reference. So with smart scanning, we will try to achieve that you don't need to take care about the barcode focus anymore. You just press the scan button and the system will know what to do with that. Character mode or keyboard emulation, that is already available with Windows CE edition, but none of the other platforms are able to support that at the very moment, and we are planning to extend that. So the Windows 8 and 10 release and the Android edition will also support character mode. We are thinking about iOS as well, but with this character mode or keyboard emulation, you can basically start to attach any kind of barcode scanners to MobileNAV application, because if the scanner is supporting the keyboard emulation, then you can also use it with MobileNAV from that point. Okay, same things for keyboard shortcuts. So if you have an Android edition with a device which has normal keyboard, then you can also try to utilize it, because the keyboard shortcuts are also supported just on the Windows CE right now, but we are also trying to extend that for other platforms, and of course many other smaller features, but all of those will concentrate on the warehouse usage or warehouse scenario. And continuing that release, we will have 4.8, which will be released somewhere end of this year, and that will focus on or basically further improve the offline mode of MobileNAV. I think with this background synchronization, we really took the lead on the market with this cool feature, but with this further improvement, which will be the automatic online and offline, I think we will, I don't know, hit the market. Because what this will try to focus on is that, yeah, as Sándor tried to explain, you will forget about the login online and login offline button. So with this 4.8, you will just have one mode, which is something like the automatic online offline, and the system will basically show you online and offline pages mixed, and the MobileNAV application will handle that. Does he have a connection at the moment? So can you access the online part of the configuration right now, or you need to keep on the offline part? And with the background synchronization, of course, you can have a system which your business critical data is cached, because it's refreshed every time with the background synchronization, and when you have mobile reception, then you can also for example download the history of a certain item, because you don't want to download the full history for the offline mode. So this automatic online offline will basically demolish the boundaries between the online and offline. You just need to decide, okay, do I want to have my business critical data always available, or I can restrict that for the time when I have mobile reception. But you don't need to switch between online and offline anymore with this feature. So I hope that you are really excited about that as well. And yeah, next webinar will be held on 13th of April, and it will be about ServOcean, which I have already mentioned. It contains very cool features extending the service area. In the service area, we have introduced a customer portal, which you have already seen. There we have a graphical scheduler which empowers the scheduling of the service jobs on a graphical way. Obviously, there is MobileNAV as the online-offline mobile device for technicians, and we have introduced a very cool automatic allocation system, which is able to very optimized way allocating the resources to the service tasks, and that also runs periodically as a scheduled task in NAV, and that changes the resource allocation. So if you have many service tasks for many resources, then this module can help you in that matter. So yeah, if you are interested, then please register. In the follow-up email, I will send you the registration link, so you will have the chance of registering for that webinar. And in the follow-up email, you will also have a link for this particular webinar. So we have recorded this, and you will have a YouTube video link in the follow-up email as well. So I thank you. Yeah. Do you have any questions which we can answer, because we have a couple of minutes left for the hour? Okay, UV has lost. Okay, but that's now back now. Okay, when okay, official is, yeah, very good question. Thank you for asking this. Shandor mentioned that already. It will be released end of this month. So basically, the release date is next Friday. The Windows platforms, the Windows 8, 10, the Windows CE, Windows Phone are basically ready to be released already. So that's very stable. I have also demonstrated that on Windows. The Android and the iOS is in final stabilization phase. So we are running our final tests on Android and iOS, and once those are completed, then we will start to publish them in the app stores, and then you can also download them. And that very moment we'll also publish the new MobileNAV installation packages on the partner portal. Okay, what about NAV licensing for customer portal? Yeah, the customer portal licensing will change a little bit. For that purpose, we have something like a package-based pricing. I really yeah, suggested to attend the ServOcean webinar, because there we can talk about the ServOcean webinar and bound to the pricing, and there you will see all the prices about the customer portal. It's not a secret actually, it's just package based, and we have a price for that. If you drop us an email, then we can send you the prices. Okay, app will be automatic update our customers. Yes, so as I said, next week we are planning to update the Google Play, also the Play Store, the Windows Store. So all the Play stores will be updated with the new version. Yeah, in the previous releases we try to suggest that yeah, do not allow automatic upgrade of the application because of security or yeah, safety reasons. So yeah, if they do not turn that off, then yes, of course they will have just the new MobileNAV version, which is backward compatible. So don't be afraid, you don't need to upgrade the add-on and the configuration just to match the client. The client will be backward compatible, obviously. But I would much better like the approach that just, for example, one IT administrator is having the automatic update turned on, and all the users, the salespeople or the service technician, are turning off the automatic update, so that the IT admin can do a final test on the target device. Because yeah, I'm sorry, but we can't guarantee that each and every device will act the very same. Sometimes we are running into problems which is very device specific, and yeah, we will try to also resolve them. So if you send the devices to us, then as in the future we will also do the bug fixes on that particular device, but that takes some time, and we don't want to get into a situation where your clients needs to stop using MobileNAV for weeks. Will this version be compatible with Windows CE and 6 and 7? Yes, very good question, and the answer is yes. We have identified what is required for Windows CE 7. So the new release 4.6 can be installed on Windows CE 7 as well. We have already made a test with one of our partners who were using CE 7, and he gave positive response. So yes, it will be supported. Is the customer portal using NAV user from NAV license point of view? Yes, obviously yes. It synchronizes with one user, obviously, because these are basically external users. So you need to choose the proper license type, which can be an external user, which can be a limited user or full user. It depends on the scenario. So what do you want to achieve? So if you are just seeing the data, then external user is fully available. If you are trying to modify about just a couple of tables, then limited. If you have much more, than full. Okay, you are advised to turn off the automatic. Yes, the reason was exactly what I have explained to you. Okay, I don't have any unanswered question in the row. So if you don't have any other question, then
we would like to thank you to join.
Yes, exactly. I hope you really enjoyed it. You will have a survey. You will receive a survey in the follow-up email. Please fill that out because we are really interested about your opinion. Do you find this useful or not? And do you like our new features? Yeah, one new question maybe as the last: upgrade toolkit from the old version as usual. Yes, of course, yes. So the upgrade is just upgrading the add-on, and you can decide whether to merge the new configuration in your existing one, or you just simply use our new base configuration. So yeah. Okay, if no more question, then thank you very much once again, and yeah,
privilege.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.